For centuries, whispers have echoed through the uncharted corners of our world, tales of a creature both terrifying and awe-inspiring, a being that walks upright, shrouded in fur, leaving behind giant footprints and unanswered questions. We call it Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, a name that conjures images of a primal enigma lurking just beyond the edge of our understanding. But is this creature merely a figment of folklore? Or does it represent something more profound, a biological reality yet to be acknowledged? The roots of the Bigfoot legend run deep, intertwined with the ancient narratives of indigenous peoples. For generations, Native American and First Nations cultures have spoken of wild men of the woods, beings like the Sasquatch of the Pacific Northwest, described in stories passed down through countless winters. These weren't just monster tales. They were integral parts of a living cosmology, reflections of a world where the boundaries between the known and unknown were far more porous. As European settlers pushed westward, these indigenous accounts began to merge with a new wave of sightings. Early 20th century newspapers carried sensational stories of wild men encounters, fueling public curiosity and laying the groundwork for the modern Bigfoot phenomenon. These early reports, often dismissed as frontier exaggerations, now serve as intriguing historical precursors to the encounters that would capture the world's imagination in the decades to come. October 20th, 1967, Bluff Creek, California. Two men, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, claimed to have captured something extraordinary on 16mm film. While riding horses through a remote forest, they encountered a large, hairy, bipedal creature. Patterson, seizing his camera, managed to film the being for just under a minute before it disappeared into the trees. This footage, now known as the Patterson-Gimlin Film, PGF, remains the most debated and scrutinized piece of evidence in the Bigfoot saga. The film is raw, shaky, and tantalizingly brief. Yet within its frames, a figure moves with a distinctive gait, its proportions unlike any known human or ape. Frame-by-frame analysis reveals details that have captivated believers and confounded skeptics for decades. The creature's apparent muscle movement, its stride length, and the seemingly natural swing of its arms have all been cited as evidence of its authenticity. Forensic analysts have studied the film, applying modern techniques to assess its veracity, but definitive answers remain elusive. Expert opinions on the PGF are sharply divided. Skeptics argue for the possibility of an elaborate hoax, a man in a suit skillfully designed to mimic an unknown primate. They point to the lack of irrefutable proof and the inherent challenges of verifying such extraordinary claims. Conversely, proponents of the film's authenticity emphasize the anatomical plausibility of the creature depicted, the seemingly genuine reactions of Patterson and Gimlin, and the enduring mystery that the footage presents. Is it an elaborate deception or a fleeting glimpse into a hidden reality? The debate continues to rage. The Patterson-Gimlin film wasn't an isolated incident. The 20th and 21st centuries have seen a steady stream of reported Bigfoot sightings across North America and beyond. From the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest to the rugged Appalachian Mountains, encounters continue to be documented, recounted, and debated. These modern sightings paint a picture of a creature that is not confined to history books or grainy film reels, but one that seemingly persists into our contemporary world. Testimonies come from all walks of life. Hunters tracking game deep in the wilderness, hikers, venturing off established trails, and even park rangers entrusted with the stewardship of our wildlands. These accounts often share striking similarities. Descriptions of a large, hairy bipedal figure, a powerful odor, and distinctive vocalizations. Geographic hotspots emerge, regions like the Pacific Northwest, Northern California, and the Ohio River Valley, becoming focal points for ongoing searches and investigations. While each individual sighting may be questioned, the sheer volume and consistency of reports demand closer examination. Beyond visual encounters, there are also auditory accounts. Recordings of purported Bigfoot vocalizations, like the infamous Sierra sounds, present another layer of intrigue. These complex and often chilling sounds defy easy categorization and have fueled speculation about the communication abilities and intelligence of the creature. While audio evidence is also subject to scrutiny, it adds to the multisensory nature of the Bigfoot phenomenon, suggesting an experience that is not solely visual, but encompasses smell, sound, and even a palpable sense of presence. For mainstream science, Bigfoot remains firmly in the realm of pseudoscience and folklore, yet a growing number of researchers are attempting to bridge the gap, applying scientific methodologies to investigate the available evidence. This pursuit of empirical data, though often met with skepticism, seeks to move the Bigfoot discussion from anecdote to analysis. One area of scientific inquiry focuses on physical evidence, alleged Bigfoot hair, footprints, scat, and even purported nests. DNA analysis of hair samples attributed to Bigfoot has yielded intriguing, though often inconclusive, results. A comprehensive genetic study of samples from various locations across the U.S. identified all as originating from known extant mammals, including bears, raccoons, sheep, horses, cows, dogs, porcupines, deer, and even humans, 2, 3, 4, 8, 13. This study, while rigorously conducted, acknowledges that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence and calls for more compelling evidence to be presented to the scientific community. 5/16/1819. Dr. Jeff Meldrum, a professor of anatomy and anthropology, stands as a prominent figure in the scientific Bigfoot research community. His work focuses on footprint morphology and dermal ridge analysis, arguing that certain footprint casts exhibit characteristics inconsistent with known human or bear anatomy. Meldrum's research, while controversial, represents a dedicated effort to apply rigorous scientific scrutiny to the physical traces attributed to Bigfoot, seeking patterns and anomalies that could point to an unknown hominoid species. The question remains, if Bigfoot is real, what could it be? One theory posits a connection to Gigantopithecus, a massive extinct ape that roamed Asia millions of years ago. Could a relict population of Gigantopithecus, or a closely related species, have survived into the present day? Furthermore, genetic analysis of purported Yeti hair samples revealed an unexpected link to ancient polar bear lineages, 2, 3, 9, 10, 14, 15, 19. This suggests that at least some Himalayan Yeti sightings may be attributed to previously unrecognized bear species, polar bear variants, or even hybrids, 10, 15, 19. While these findings don't directly support Bigfoot's primate origins, they highlight the possibility of undiscovered large mammals existing in remote and unexplored regions of the world. The Bigfoot phenomenon is not without its darker side, the pervasive shadow of doubt cast by hoaxes and misidentifications. Throughout history, there have been admitted Bigfoot hoaxes, from elaborate staged events to individuals simply seeking attention or financial gain. The 2008 Georgia Bigfoot hoax, involving a rubber suit and a freezer, serves as a stark reminder of the ease with which deception can be perpetrated and the damage it can inflict on the credibility of genuine inquiry. Beyond deliberate hoaxes, many alleged Bigfoot sightings are likely cases of misidentification. Bears, particularly bears walking on their hind legs, can bear a striking resemblance to Bigfoot in fleeting glimpses or low-light conditions. Deer, elk, and even the misinterpretation of natural phenomena can also contribute to mistaken sightings. Furthermore, the very human desire to believe, to find mystery and wonder in the mundane, can sometimes lead to the unconscious embellishment of experiences. Mainstream science remains largely unconvinced of Bigfoot's existence. Skeptics point to the lack of a holotype, a definitive physical specimen, and the absence of Bigfoot remains in the fossil record. They argue that the biological implausibility of a large undiscovered primate population thriving in fragmented habitats, undetected by modern science, is simply too great to overcome. For the scientific establishment, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and in the case of Bigfoot, that evidence, in their view, remains decisively lacking. Regardless of its biological reality, Bigfoot has become a cultural icon. It has permeated our media, our entertainment, and our collective imagination. From B-movies to blockbuster films, from television documentaries to animated cartoons, Bigfoot has stomped its way into popular culture, becoming a recognizable and enduring figure. Beyond entertainment, Bigfoot has spawned a tourism industry. Festivals dedicated to Sasquatch lore attract enthusiasts from around the world. Museums showcase footprint casts and sighting maps. Merchandise emblazoned with Bigfoot imagery floods souvenir shops. In some regions, Bigfoot has become a significant economic driver, a testament to the enduring appeal of the legend. But perhaps the cultural impact of Bigfoot goes deeper than mere entertainment or economic gain. Perhaps Bigfoot represents something more fundamental about the human condition, our innate fascination with the unknown, our yearning for mystery in an increasingly mapped and explained world. Bigfoot embodies the wild, the untamed, the parts of nature that remain elusive and beyond our complete control. In a sense, Bigfoot is a mirror reflecting our own anxieties and aspirations, our desire to believe in something larger than ourselves, something that still roams free in the shadowed forests of our planet and our minds. We've journeyed through centuries of folklore, scrutinized grainy film footage, examined scientific data, and grappled with skepticism and belief. The question remains, does Bigfoot truly exist, or is it a phantom born of our collective imagination? The evidence is fragmented, contradictory, and often frustratingly inconclusive. The Patterson-Gimlin Film, despite decades of analysis, remains an enigma. Modern sightings continue, yet lack definitive photographic or physical proof. Scientific studies, while debunking many alleged samples, haven't entirely closed the door on the possibility of undiscovered species. Hoaxes and misidentifications muddy the waters, yet cannot fully extinguish the persistent flame of belief. Perhaps the most compelling evidence for Bigfoot is not found in a lab or on a film reel, but in the enduring human fascination with the creature itself. For generations, across cultures and continents, the archetype of the wild man of the woods has persisted? Is it simply a shared delusion, or does it hint at a deeper, unexplored layer of our world? The scientific verdict may remain out, but the Obscura Project suggests that the mystery of Bigfoot endures, not just as a question of zoology, but as a reflection of our own place in the vast and still largely unknown tapestry of life on Earth. If Bigfoot is real, what does that mean for how we view the world around us? What other enigmas might be lurking just beyond our perception, waiting to be discovered, or perhaps to remain forever in the shadows, challenging the limits of our knowledge and the boundaries of our belief?